I'm running 1,400 kilometers around the Welsh coast in a challenge I call prostate. No, not prostate. Wait, why did that even come to mind? I'm running 1,400 kilometers around the Welsh coast in a challenge I call Cymru 1400. So I'm here today to tell you all about it. Go on then, fire us away.
You ready to go?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sure, no?
Yeah.
No pressure. So what is the challenge then? That was good. You got it.
It's a 1,400 kilometer trail run from Chester Cathedral to Chepstow, all the way around the coast.
Yeah.
From cliffs, beaches, roads, everything. 21,000 meters elevation in total combined.
So give us some perspective. Like what to those who don't know what 21,000 meters of elevation is, give us some kind of idea of what that means.
It's 2.5 Everests, which actually sounds mental.
Not what I thought you were going to say.
2.5. Yeah, it's 2.5 Everests.
There you go. That gives us some.
You can fact check.
Gives us some perspective, is what I'm saying. Yeah, love that.
Yeah. So covering 2,500 Everests within
2,500 Everests. All right.
In 1,400 kilometers.
I'm with you. Okay.
So like day one is 30 meters elevation.
Yeah.
And then straight away it's 29k 300 meters elevation, 25k 600 meters elevation, 24k 400 meters elevation.
Right.
So one of the days is 25k and 800 meters, which is the height of Pen y Fan. So you're
running Pen y Fan.
You're running Pen y Fan, but it's over 25k. So it's like probably like that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Which doesn't like there's steps, there's sand dunes, there's whatever.
So we're praying for some downhills.
Well, what goes up, come down, doesn't it?
True. You're not wrong. Yeah. So you're coming down 2.5 Everest as well.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound as impressive though if you do that. But yeah, I guess. But you got to climb 2.5 Everest.
Yeah.
Well, nobody talks about coming down Everest. They just talk about going up it.
I always find going down sometimes a little bit harder than.
Well, yeah. So I've been recommended to use hiking poles, running poles.
You've never used them before? No,
like a lot of trail runners use it, but I've never ran. Like I've done a marathon, but I've never done anything further. So I've never used them.
Yeah.
But I'm probably going to take them.
Do you think you'd feel silly with them?
I don't know. It's weird.
Unnatural.
I've never used them, but it's recommended to me, and I've never done this amount of elevation ever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it helps the knees going downhill.
That makes sense.
Use it. Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Doesn't use. See, I don't actually know how to run or anything. I'm like
not professionally.
Yeah. Like, don't take this as advice. Disclaimer. Disclaimer. Don't take any of this as advice.
You just ones and twos.
Ones and twos.
Nice.
Just running.
Run. I love it. I love the idea behind the challenge. I like where the money's going. It raises a hell of a lot of awareness for both Prostate Cymru and
the TED Senior Foundation,
of course.
Yeah,
it's great. So why do this? Why do the entire coast of Wales?
The original plan, because we've been in New Zealand and Australia for so long, the original plan was to come back and travel local around Wales, because we've only seen 5-10% of it. And then I discovered the Welsh Coastal Path.
Nice.
Chloe knew straight away that I was going to suggest that I run it. So I decided to run it, and then we were just going to do it anyway. But now we've obviously got the charities involved, and it's just snowballing massively, and it's going to be huge.
Love that. So you can't back out now?
No. As one of the sponsors said, you cannot fail this.
No.
So, not that I plan to, obviously, but yeah, I can't. Yeah,
no, it's exciting.
Yeah.
And what's the feedback been from people that you've told?
It's just the same, innit? Like,
what you doing? You're mad.
I couldn't even run 5k every day. But like I remember, I told you about it in November. Just sent a screenshot of the map and just said, "I'm gonna run this," and you just went, "Sweet, let me know what you need from me."
Yeah.
Which didn't involve a video at that point, but
here we are.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So what was the inspiration behind it? Why have you done much running before? Like, is it something, well, that's a question for the people. I know you do a hell of a lot of running, so.
Yeah. It's just, I've done a lot of events. Like we've done last year in October, I did the 10 half marathons in 10 days.
Yeah.
and raised like £2,000 for homeless.
Thought that was pretty crazy.
And then, yeah, everyone thought that was mad.
Yeah.
And I did too. But weirdly, like the times got quicker as the 10 days went on.
Mhm.
And then, you finish something, what's next?
Yeah.
What's next? And I didn't have a clue what was next, obviously. And then I found this coast.
So this is what's next.
This is what's next.
Love that.
It's a big jump, obviously 10.5 hours in 10 days to 1,400 kilometers.
Yeah, so how's that broken down? So talk me through. So starting
in Chester Cathedral,
on what
which
date?
is technically England, but there's no technically about it. It's England.
Yeah.
But that's
We won't talk about
the official start in the book.
Yeah.
And then the coast is broken down into 57 sections.
Nice.
So day 1 is Chester Cathedral to Flint Castle.
Yeah.
And that's 16k, so nice start.
Mm-hmm.
But then day 2 goes from Flint Castle to another town, and that's 29k.
Right.
So it's 57 stages, 57 different distances.
An average of
25k a day.
So you're doing 25Ks a day for how long?
So if I do a section a day,
Yeah,
it's 57 days.
And that's the plan. Section a day.
Section a day. Obviously, you've got to plan for stuff going wrong.
Yeah, injuries. Yeah.
But if I do the 57 distances, I'll probably add 1 or 2k to each day to give myself
I'm with you.
A break day.
That makes sense.
Or
just in case.
Case day.
I'm with you. That makes sense.
And then after party here on the September 28th.
So we better not be delayed.
Yeah, that's also like, it's to push yourself as well. Like,
Yeah.
I need to finish on that day.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a Sunday.
Open-ended.
It can be a big finish day, after party, done.
So you're gonna do this kind of on your own. The support from your fiance.
Yeah.
She's gonna. What's the plan? She's gonna be in a van. Like, how's it gonna work?
Yeah, she is ultimate support crew,
Nice.
camera woman, whatever,
Yeah.
everything. We're hoping to get a van. We looked at going through rental companies and stuff like that, but it costs thousands.
extortionate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even with a discount that they're offering, but it's 2 months, it's 57 days.
Yeah.
It costs thousands. So we're actually going to buy our van ourselves anyway,
Yeah.
just for day-to-day life, put a bed in it, and then just drive around.
Nice.
Stay at campsites.
Love that.
Yeah, nothing.
Because there'll be times where you are just on your own, right?
Yeah, like
It's not road the entire way around the coast.
a lot of it's cliffs.
Yeah.
So, there might be an hour or two where I don't see anyone, especially
Yeah.
if no one's running with me.
Yeah.
But then obviously that's why it's nice to get people with you and
Yeah.
run with you and stuff. But
It'd
yeah,
probably be quite
it's-
nice as well sometimes to have a bit of time to
yeah,
yourself.
yeah. Like if I have people with me, at some point I'm just gonna have my headphones in, aren't I? I'm not gonna speak to them.
Yeah.
But you just have that person with you.
Nice.
And it won't be a fast run.
Yeah.
Just put out there, so if anybody wants to join,
Yeah, you're doing a lot of Ks, aren't you?
it's a lot of Ks. Like
What's the
some
rush?
days. Yeah,
You're there for 57.
I'm not breaking records. I'm
Yeah.
not doing 55k a day. It's just 25. I say just 25, but it's just 25k a day.
Yeah.
Run
You're not running from the second you wake up to the second you.
No,
go
you
to
know,
sleep,
like-
so, yeah.
is a thing whether I do 29k in one go,
Yeah.
or I do 10k, have a coffee, have a little chat with people,
Mhm.
and then go again.
Raise
Like,
awareness as well, I guess.
Yeah, like the charity is the main thing, so we're getting the money for that. So if there's a group of people
Mhm.
or whatever want to know, I'm gonna stop and chat to them. So
Yeah.
there's no rush on the run.
Yeah, that's
whatsoever.
nice. There's no. The only time scale you've got is the amount of days that you want to run for.
Yeah.
So talking about that, then what the main part of this whole thing is obviously charity.
Yeah.
You're doing it for 2 charities.
2 charities, Prostate Cymru and the TED Senior Foundation.
So why those 2 charities?
I get that question a lot. So the Prostate Cymru is, like, I could have done prostate cancer in general in the UK, but I wanted the Welsh side. And then my family do a lot with them as well, a lot of charity events, a lot of fundraisers anyway.
Mhm.
And I know the people that work there and do a lot of the fundraising, so it just made sense to go with them.
So it's just been in the family for
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as soon as I said, I'm doing this run, and I said I want to go with them, they were straight on it.
yeah, I
you
can
know,
imagine,
Backing it. It's huge for them,
yeah.
but not as big as it is for the TED Senior Foundation. So that's a mental health charity out of Monmouth, another again,
Yeah.
Wales. And my mate in Queenstown, through mutual friends, their friend committed suicide. And when I was looking for a mental health one, I didn't even consider any
Yeah.
of this. It's huge for them. I spoke to the woman that works there the other day, and it's massive.
Yeah.
They're a small charity, so any money that they get is huge.
Yeah,
It's
and
huge.
just raising the awareness for that specific
Yeah,
charity,
exactly.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
the biggest
amazing.
thing. Yeah,
Sick. I love that.
yeah.
Amazing. So, what is the goal? What's the goal for
Well,
the entire
the
project?
the entire project's 10K,
Yeah.
£10,000 for the charities.
Nice.
5,000 each.
Yeah.
Well, I tried to make a Just Giving page, and it goes to one pot, and then
You just split it.
But you couldn't do it no matter what. So I've got two separate pages, and it links to one team page.
Nice.
So
your total will be somewhere, and then
total, and then
the split will be whatever the people decide.
Yeah, so £10,000.
Nice.
And obviously not failing.
Yeah.
is the other goal.
Okay. So do you have any kind of running plan or any way that you've been?
Overall, the plan is just getting the kilometers out there,
Right.
getting on the road and running.
Yeah.
Basically,
That's all you've ever done, right?
yeah. I'm not one for tempo runs or running to a heart rate or whatever.
Yeah.
I just run. No pace, whatever. I just
run.
I just run.
I remember you saying to me that you said, "Oh, if you ever feel tired when you're on a run, just slow down."
Well, yeah, like
I know it sounds obvious, but you just want to stop, don't you? If you feel like you're
well, yeah, and a lot of not that any of these will ever sponsor me now, but like these running things they tell you to run at this pace and then run at this pace, but some days you don't want to run. Like you might have a crappy day,
yeah,
and then if you can't do it, you get yourself down.
Yeah.
But then the next day you might feel class, and you might absolutely smash it.
Yeah.
But if you let someone tell you to run that pace, I don't know, it just doesn't.
You more like to ride with the
I just run how you feel. You know, like went on a run earlier and started slower, just started running, and then towards the end I felt good, so I ended up doing a lot quicker pace.
I'm with you.
So
no running plan.
No, overall no running plan with like distance or pace or whatever. It's just getting the kilometers out there.
Okay, and then so moving on from that onto food and nutrition.
Yeah.
Does that mean there's no food plan either, or what are we?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Again, the overall thing is just carbs and protein.
Yeah.
To help with recovery and to help keep your calories up.
Mm-hmm.
The nutritionists are going to help you or whatever, but they're going to say don't have a whole pack of hobnobs after a run.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I like to do, and I like to have a chocolate milk after the run.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll do.
So you are very much like whatever suits you as an individual.
Yeah, like the same as the run. You just got to find what works for you.
Yeah.
Obviously, someone's going to tell me I should eat this after the run because it'll help with the recovery, which you're probably right.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the way I've done it for years.
But then you could bring people on board.
And then
there's a couple of sponsors maybe that.
Yeah, we shout out to Peak Sups.
We love Peak Sups.
We are a local company from Bridgend. They are helping with the supplement side of it. So nice. You may have just got, but I'm useless with all that. Obviously, I'd like to know.
Yeah.
But so they're on board. They're donating a couple of things. We've got the protein, the creatine.
Yeah.
And then you got the electrolytes and stuff like that. So they're on board to help with that side.
Nice.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Obviously keeps some costs down. So
and it means you could have your hobnobs then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Nice. I love that.
Like everyone says to have pasta before like a big run the night before, but I like pizza. Like it's probably similar.
Yeah. Carb loading, yeah.
Yeah, it's just carbs.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sick.
And in the morning to be fueled by the Thirsty Elephant coffee, as shown in the corner.
So talking about a bit more fun, the gear. That's what it's about, isn't it?
Yeah, the expensive side of it.
Yeah, the really expensive side of it, yeah. And I remember sitting down the other day chatting about kind of writing down a list of exactly kind of all the stuff that you needed. You forget how many Ks it actually is. I mean, a normal pair of running trainers should last you what?
They say they last 400-500 Ks per
Yeah.
trainer to get the max use out of it. So
And you're doing 3 to 4 of them.
yeah, and then obviously if it pisses down with rain for
Yeah.
the whole run, the next day you can't just
Yeah,
you
can't
don't
just
want to put them
on.
back
Yeah,
on.
of
So
course.
I've gone in the plan is 4 trainers,
Yeah.
2 trail.
Yeah, I was gonna say because it's not just road, is it? So you got everything.
Yeah, it's sand, it's beach, it's cliffs, it's everything.
Yeah.
Road, trail, whatever. So I've gone 2 trail,
Yeah.
1 hybrid, and 1 road.
Nice. So if you had to, if it did rain on the road there, you could use the hybrid and vice versa.
I think it is, 80% trail.
Yeah.
But that's the thing as well. If I'm like with breaking up the run, if I do 10K on trail, I might want to swap after and just
of course,
have a little. If it's road, then I might want to put my road runners on.
Yeah.
Just to switch them out.
Yeah. And you've got the experience as well. The amount of running that you've been doing over the last few years, you know what works, what doesn't work for you specifically.
Yeah, like I know.
You've done a lot of trial and errors, haven't you?
Yeah, like the Hoka Clifton 9 is what I want and what I have now for just everyday hybrid.
It'd be nice if they're
not trail, they're not fully road. It would be nice, yeah. They didn't reply to my email. But yeah, those are my hybrids. I've got the Nova Blasts at the moment for the road. And then trail, I'm not actually that experienced in trail, but I've had a lot of recommendations. Yeah. So it's just have a little try of them all.
I can imagine you're getting a lot of messages come through with support and advice and help.
Yeah, and then everyone you speak to has their opinion or their ideas for it. Yeah. So then you just got to take it all on board and see what works for you.
Yeah. So those moments that you are on your own, you can be listening to music, podcasts. Or do you just listen to your own thoughts? What do you do?
It's quite mad. A lot of the time I do actually just listen to my own thoughts, which is just zone out, especially with the coast there. Yeah, but of course, otherwise, Kelly Clarkson, Miley Cyrus, that's in the running playlist.
I didn't expect you to say that.
It goes massively from Miley Cyrus, The Climb, to Scooter jumping all over the world.
The Climb. Class.
Both are in the playlist and both get played every time I run. Yeah. Other than that, it's the Peter Crouch podcast. Yeah. And the Therapy Crouch podcast. Nice. I am up to date with them at the moment, so it's a bit annoying.
Come on, Pete.
It'll only be every Tuesday or Wednesday when it's released.
Oh, is it? You got to find someone else to get into.
Yeah. Well, I'll just listen to Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, okay. So Kelly Clarkson, then Peter Crouch, back to Kelly.
Yeah.
And then a bit of Miley in there as well.
And Scooter as well. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Main question: how do people donate? I know you mentioned Just Giving. So, is there a link where people can find it?
Yeah. Link in the bio. Bam. Can you get a pop up? Pop up, just in case.
Pop up.
Just Giving, which will be also through the Instagram bio, which is Run with Samuel, and the QR code. If you see me running, scan your QR code, and you'll be able to donate.
And give him some money because it goes for a good cause.